Okay, so we're going to map this foot. It's been 4 weeks since I trimmed him. And let's see. Out a little bit. Okay. First thing we're going to do, well, actually the first thing you should do is find the true apex of the frog. All my knives are in the house. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this knife I usually don't use. Kind of dig that out and find the true apex. It'll be rounded. Uh-oh. I do believe it's right here. Okay. We're going to mark the center right there and the center right here. We're going to lay our protractor up there and draw a line down the center of the foot so that we can get our line straight. Okay, then from the apex, we're going to go 1.5 inches, which is right here. Measure twice. From the true apex, 1.5 inches, right there. Okay. Then we're going to lay this up here. See how I have drawn a line here on my protractor? Okay, well his foot has shifted and is ready to come back a little bit more from where the white line was, and of course the foot has grown as well. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and come back here and line up my lines because I like to put a line right across here too, just to help me eyeball things when I'm trimming. These lines help you get things straight. Now we're going to come back 1.5 inches right to about here and draw another line just to help us see straight, basically. Okay, now I'm going to map the frog, which the frog is pretty good, pretty straight there, so I don't really have to do anything. Now we're going to map the bar. We're going to put a dot right here. We're going to put this up against here and just see my bars are pretty good right there. Don't really need much trimmed. Right here, up against the heel, if you got some heel. You may not have any heel yet. And right there, now we're going to map the heels, which this is what you do. You draw a line down here, straight up to the hairline. Line here, hold still, right up to the hairline, right there. Now, well, it might get kind of blurry here now that the sun's coming up. And we're gonna see where our 2 inches are. First, we're gonna, from the bottom of the periopal, I have about almost an inch and a half. But from the periopal where the hairline starts and I roll it out, I have 2 1/4 inches right there. So I'm gonna mark it at 2. That's right where my line went right there. You could be 1 3/4. You could be way short and you're just growing your heels. Okay, right there. Quit, hold still. Quit. At 2 inches, right there. And that's interesting that it come right to where my bar line was, right there. So I'll be doing my heels right here and right here. Okay. Now, my bars really don't need trimmed yet, but I might take them down just a hair anyway. I haven't got my regular knives out here. They're in the house and I don't want to turn the video off and go out and go in and get them. So we'll just use these knives I never use to kind of trim up the bars a little bit. Let's see, I have another knife in here. Oh, yep. Here we go. Left-handed, right-handed diamond knives. Okay, give me your foot. Now, I'm gonna go clear up in here and get this edge in here. See, I'm gonna sit over here so that I can shade the foot so that you can see what I'm doing. Coming right up in on the bar, clear up into the corner there so that the heel can still move back. Okay, let's go ahead and clean this up a little. Quick. Kind of just take some of this out here. Let's see if we can find a clean white line. Now, I've got a lot of sole. You may not have any, so you may not quite be doing what I'm doing here. Oops, I think I got a little deep there. Let's thin it down. See, I've got a lot of sole. You've got to learn to manage your sole. I kind of got a little too deep there. Too big a chunk. But I do want to take off a little bit more of that. Get right up there into the wall. Now, I don't like a ledge there, so I'll round that off. Take this just a little bit right here. Okay, now I can see how much wall I have here. Just a minute here. There we go. Okay, now I'll rasp. We want to put his foot down pretty bad there. My stupid leg out of the way there. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and mark the toe again so you can see what I do on the toe. Come here. Come here. Okay, so from the apex, 1.5 inches, which is right here. See, when I trimmed out that sole like that, and you see I have about 1/4 of an inch of wall here. It trimmed the sole down right to that 1 1/4 inch mark there. Okay, so now again we line this up here and this up with the center of the toe right here. And we're going to draw a line right across the top of that, clear over to there. See there? Okay, now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start taking the wall just down about to the sole. Oh man, this, never pull back like this on your heel. You want to come in here like this on your heel. I'm going to go almost to the level of sole. Ho ho. Ho ho, quit. Now I'm making sure that my rasp doesn't hit over here on the other side. Oh gosh, son, go away. I'm keeping an eye on where I've marked my heel here. I'd like you to notice how wide my walls are. Quit, quit, quit. Okay, that's about level. We're gonna get this level down here. Sometimes you can't get it level. Okay. There you go. See that? Here's the right line right there. Okay. Now I'm going to draw my line again because I'm going to show you how I take my toe back to the white line. And I kind of want this kind of, I hate to say roll, but from the white line, through the wall in here, I just kind of want it to roll around like that. So there's no, see the wall here, lots of leverage there. This should roll as one unit around the toe there. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm just going to line up there, do that again, see there? Now look at here, I'm going to want to blend this in as I'm coming around here. See, this is a pigmented part of the wall you're seeing here. And then you have the inner part. See the white wall there, this pigmented wall here. Harder, that's the hardest part of the hoof wall. Okay, uh-oh. There we go. Okay, set your foot down for a second. It is very important that you get this toe right and that you learn how to manage the sole in this toe. That you don't let it just build up and become a big heavy duty callus, because it all has to keep moving until your foot is just right. And even then, you have to renew it so it keeps growing. You don't want anything to become hard and stagnant and petrified on this foot. You want everything to keep moving. Okay, so here's what we're going to do to the toe. Now watch what I do. Now look, see how my rasp is angled? Just kind of straight from my shoulder, straight across. I'm taking it all the way across. See how I go all the way over? There we go. Now, take this side a little more. Now see how I'm blending in my side there? But I still have wall next to my sole. I'm just taking off now the harder outer tubules. Okay, oh. Okay, give it here. Give it here, give it here, give it here. Give it here, give it here, give it here. Okay, now I want to thin down this wall here. Let's see here. This helps you get your pillars back. Quit. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that downwards. Okay. Now, I don't want any sharp edges, so then you're gonna come up here and you're gonna get this sharp edge off here and blend it in to the sides of the wall. Really want to blend that pillar in there, do you? And especially here, because that's where they can, gosh, you're getting heavy. That's where they can cut themselves if they step on their foot. So you don't want that sharp. Give it here. Come on. Turn this around. I want this rounded. And then I'm going to feel it. I'm going to feel it for a sharp edge. There we go. And that's pretty much it. You know, I'll finish it off and kind of make sure I don't have no sharp edges. Make sure there's not really a lever right here. Quit, quit, quit. There. I don't want a big wedge of sole above the wall either right there. So I'll probably thin that down just a little bit more. Okay, and from up here it looks pretty darn good. So, once their feet get right, this gets pretty easy. You know, that was a pretty easy trim. Not a lot of correction. Didn't have to take the bar down to do any real correction there. Let's see. I want to make sure this is clean. Well, that looks pretty good. Now, see, usually I take my grinder and I'll just, you know, give a touch on this here. He's got a lot of sole in that foot there. Okay. Well, I don't know if I'm going to trim the frog this time. Let's take a look at it. Do I need to? Is it sticking above the wall? Let's see. Here's how you want to test that. Nope. Okay, right there a little bit, but you know what? The foot lays like this, see? So it's really not touching much there. I could take a little, thin that down a little bit. Let's see here. Get a knife. Might be good to use for that. Give it here, give it here. Ah. Quit. Get heavy-footed. Yeah, we did need to take that out because it's getting full and it's gonna be laying over into the bar and pushing it out. Yeah. There we go. Quit being so heavy-footed. Cripes. You know? Give it here. You got 3 other ones to stand on. Quit being so heavy-footed. Quit. Ah. Okay, so I'm gonna... Oh man. That is a nice frog. That looks pretty good. Kind of make a little bit of a central sulcus there. The rest looks pretty darn good. Quit. Okay, that looks pretty good. Put that over there. Okay. Cripes. Oh. All right. That's it.